Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Deep Sky Farms. We are on Bloomfield this morning. We're almost ready for harvest. It's currently June the 2nd, and we've got oats coming up pretty quick. So we've got some setup to do. I don't exactly have a spot to put the oats just yet. So I'm thinking that we're going to be putting in some bins along here. But before we do that, I want to get at least one more cut off of this grass and get it into our silo, because that's turning into quite the lucrative little business. Now, I don't know if you've, for those of you that haven't played Bloomfield, and even for those of you that have, you might have noticed that if we come up here to our track, have a good look at the license plate. It's got New Brunswick plates on it. And Bloomfield, there is a place called Bloomfield in New Brunswick, and it's heading down towards St. John on kind of the westish, southwestish side above the Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick, which by Canada standards is not too far away from Truro, Nova Scotia. And in Truro, Nova Scotia is the original headquarters, or the original location of MacDon. So, given that we've got a lot of grass to cut, and specifically conditioned grass, I figured having a MacDon swather here on our farm in Bloomfield, New Brunswick, wouldn't be out of character. So we're going to try this thing out. It doesn't have the header that came with the mod. This has the swather header from the AGCO pack on it because it's a little bit narrower. Because we've got a couple of tight corners in here. So we're going to give this thing a try. So what we're going to do is we're going to just scooch over here, and we're going to start by cutting this field back to give us some room to start flattening it out to put those bins in. I figure we're going to need... I think I said I'm going to need 4 bins in there. But let's start this thing up and let's give this a try. And we'll get all of our stuff back on, and we don't need that. But we do need this. And tether, we're going to just not, we could take the tether off, but we're just going to set it to conditioned. Conditioner switch is on. And let's drive up to the end here and take ourselves a nice long swipe down the edge here. See what it does. And then after we get this thing going, or after we get our grass cut, we got to figure out how to get it into that silo. Because I still haven't come up with something that I feel is both effective and appropriate for this location, because we're pretty big. We do have a pretty big area. But not a super big area. So my normal go-to of the forage harvester is a little bit too big for us. Anyway, let's take a test cut with this and see what it does. Put it in the forward gear. Now, are we cutting? Oh, we're mighty close to our carrots. And those are actually going to be the second thing harvested out of here. First thing we've got harvested is to harvest are the oats. I do have the swather added on. I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to experiment with it. I don't know enough about it just yet to put it on this game. So when it comes to harvesting the oats, we're going to do it the Farm Sim standard way. And it looks like there was a little bit of crop damage in that spot. So if we spin around like that, it's kind of hunting back and forth. All right. So you got to settle it right down, I guess, before you spin it. So we'll use this for the bulk of things. And actually, now that I'm looking at it on our map here, I might have to take precision farming off and put it back on when I do the bins, or after. I'll do it in the winter. I'll do it in the winter, or something. I don't know. Because it's sorry, was watching where I was driving. The thing about precision farming is it doesn't delete a field the way you expect it deletes a field. Like you can go in and delete part of a field with the landscaping tools, and it'll still think that the field is there, which is not necessarily good, because that affects your environmental score, which is kind of annoying. So the way that you have to delete a field with precision farming, I found out the hard way, is you have to take precision farming off, do your field deleting, fire up the game, let everything reset, and then put precision farming back on. Unless it's been fixed in a patch. I haven't done this since probably in about a year, so that may have been fixed. But that was the way it was the last time. This is something weird about the steering on this. Not sure. Seems to be pretty good going in a straight line, but when you spin it around, you got to slow right down. Back her up in here. And you may wonder why I'm trying the swather. Well, I just, mostly because I wanted to try it. I've used the, I had the Agco swather going on another save. I liked what it did, and I thought it might be fun to try it here. And then I was looking for equipment for another, I think I was looking for equipment for the multiplayer game. And I found, okay, can we do it backwards? Will that be any more stable? I was looking for equipment for our multiplayer game, and I ran across this, and I thought, ooh, well, Truro's just down the road from Bloomfield. That'll be pretty cool for that. And actually, currently the head production facility for MacDon is in Winnipeg. It's a little bit unstable. Yeah, it's currently in Winnipeg. So I had another, save going for Nadenthal, Manitoba, until yesterday. Sadly, I lost it to a save game crash. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, now we need to get that off of here somehow. Let me figure that out, and I'll be right back to you. I'm just going to take this over and park it somewhere over here. Okay, so this is what we came up with. Let's see if I can get her hooked together. And then we should be able to pipe out. Yep. I mean, that looks pretty cool. Ooh, that's a mighty narrow squeeze through here. I don't know if we're gonna make it. I think we made it. All right. So then we should be able to... Oh no, we gotta go the other way. I just realized that we need to be pointing the other way to run up this strip, especially because when we unfold the mower, it's gonna unfold to the right, which means that we'll end up driving through our carrots, which we don't want to do. I wasn't thinking. But that won't stop us from coming down through here, and we can get the strip on the right of us, and we'll spin it around and etc. You know what we're going to do. I'm not super concerned about this. It's mostly just to get the grass off before we start construction. Oh, watch that bush. There we go. So if we do that, and we do... Okay, the pickup is spinning. I think I might need a little bit more tractor for this, honestly. Yeah, I think I need a little bit more tractor for this. All right. No. All right, we picked the right one. They were all overlapped up there. I couldn't tell which one was which. All right, we'll grab another machine. Let's grab this machine. Our 7810. And we're gonna spin that around, and we're gonna just leave the gravity wagon right about here. Right about there. Yeah, that's good. This ought to have enough horsepower to pull that thing around. There we go. All right, now let's see if I can hit the right group. Is that it? That's it. There we go. Now we just got to keep it pointed in the right direction. That's a little bit better. All right, so we're going to put some music on, do a little time lapse, and we'll see once we get this cleaned up, because the next thing we got to do is make ourselves a flat area for those bins. I'm not sure where it's getting its power from. We'll just assume that there's a 3-point pass-through on the forage pickup, I guess. Not the ideal way to be doing this. I think I would much rather have a standalone forage harvester because it's a little bit easier to turn, but this isn't too bad. And we'll empty it out and go clean up the rest. And whatever's left on the ground, like whatever we can't get with this, we can always go and pick it up with the Husqvarna mower and do the little bit of detail cleaning with that. I kind of like the MacDon. It's a little bit big for here, though. I wonder if there's something that's one size down from that. I know that the lizard mower, I want to say it's got a 2 meter or 3 meter wide deck on it. So that might be something to look at, and then follow that with a forage harvester, but I don't know. And the other thing I noticed about the MacDon is it seemed a little bit squirrely for steering. That might be just me though. And, we'll try them all. I've tried the AGCO one. The AGCO one is really, really nice. All right. So let's not hit the well. There we go. And we're going to try this again. Okay, we'll let that unload, and let's take a walk over here, and we can start setting up for what we need to do the bins. And it looks like I'm thinking that we're going to put them somewhere about in here, so that means we'll stand over here by the road and just kind of eyeballing it here. This looks like the levelest place. So we're going to go into landscaping, level, something like this.
I got my jeans, plaid shirt is all clean, suspenders are a must, don't forget the hat cause it's farm fashion, yeah, farm fashion. I got my jeans, plaid shirt is all clean, suspenders are a must, don't forget the hat cause I got my boots, I got my jeans, plaid shirt is all clean, suspenders are a must, don't forget the hat cause it's shirt is all clean, suspenders are a must, don't forget the hat cause I got my boots, I got my jeans, plaid shirt is all clean, suspenders are a must, don't forget the hat cause it's fun.
Okay, let's just walk down here and try it. All right. That's not horrible. That's not horrible. Okay. So then once we get our carrots harvested, we're going to expand. Yeah, once we get our carrots harvested, we're going to push this field up into this triangle here. And then I think over in here, I might flat that out, and that might be where our new sheds go, so we can park our equipment. But that's pretty good. And I think, we landscaped out from under ourselves. There we go. So let's call it here, and I will say thank you for coming out. It was wonderful to visit again. And thank you for being interested in Bloomfield. It's a pretty cool map, and we're starting to turn this into a real farm. We have new subscribers. Welcome to the new subscribers. We're getting bigger, one subscriber at a time, and I really appreciate that. I think that's kind of cool. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. And if you have a suggestion, leave us a comment. Ring the notification bell, and you'll get notified when our new videos come out. And thank you very much. Take care of yourselves, y'all. Hey everyone, it's Editor Me here. I called a mulligan on the bins. It turns out my initial instinct was correct and that they were too far back towards the fields. So I moved them forward, and I also went one size down on the bin size so we could use our little red auger. And while I was building, I added a couple of bins for fertilizer and lime and a nice shiny new shop. I also added in one light at the end just to balance everything out, and I strung power poles heading back towards the back of the farm to the pig barn. So we're pretty much ready to harvest. We've got a couple of pieces of equipment to pick up for the vegetables, but we've got a month at least for that. And we're good to go. So thank you very much for coming out, and we'll catch you on the next one.